to open up today's proceedings in the Co-op Funeral Care Scottish International Open here from the Dewar Centre in Perth. And let's bring your players on. First player, he's the former World Indoor Singles Champion. He's the reigning World Indoor Pairs Champion, world ranked at number 9. He's Scotland's Stuart Anderson. Well, ladies and gentlemen, up against Stuart, the next player, twice former World Indoor Singles Champion. He's a former Scottish International Open Champion. He's world ranked at number 8. It's the statesman of bowls, Andy Tomo Thompson, MBE.
Thank you, Richard, and good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Co-op Funeral Care Scottish International Open 2016, kindly hosted by the Dewar Centre here in Perth. And humdinger of a game first up for you this morning. Really looking forward to this one. Andy Thompson, MBE versus Stuart Anderson. For those of you regular supporters of the Scottish International Open, you'll probably see that this is a rerun of the quarter-final here last year. Stuart Anderson played Andy Thompson, and it was quite a resounding win for Stuart Anderson. He actually won that game 9-4, 13-3 in 2 straight sets. So I'm sure Andy will be after a little bit of revenge for last year's result. Stuart was one of the favourites here to win last year. Played exceptionally well, played one of the games of the year, the round before, when he'd beaten defending champion Nick Brett. And then he just failed at the semi-final hurdle to Jason Greenslade. Two great opening bowls here from Stuart. And he's just changed his hand onto the forehand. Of course, don't forget we're with you on the YouTube stream for every bowl sent here at the Scottish International Open. Looks like another great bowl here from Stuart. Stuart had an interesting tussle in his first round game here. He played Sheldon Bagri Howley of New Zealand, and Sheldon played exceptionally well. Stuart had to be on his A game to win that game. Greatly played. This sits down, it gets shot. Yeah, one shot Andy Thompson. And Andy Thompson played another player from the Southern Hemisphere in the first round. He played Jamie Smith of Australia, and that went all the way to a tie-break. Andy Thompson would say himself it struggled to find the pace, certainly in the first and second sets. It was a very, very tight game. Went to the tie-break, but Andy won it 2-0 on the tie-break. Stuart looks very close here. just taking the one Andy there, so he takes the opening end. Only met 2 times prior on the circuit, and as I mentioned last year, Stuart Anderson won here. Andy won the previous time, so it's 1-1 on head-to-heads. But quite a difference in games played on the World Bowls Tour from both of them. Andy Thompson's played over 160 games throughout his WBT career, and Stuart Anderson's only played 53, but Stuart's one of the ones that came through the PBA qualifying system. Managed to get into a couple of tournaments and then tied enough points together to get him into the top 16. Just outside the top 8 at the moment, Stuart. He'll want to get into that top 8 if he can. Good opener from Andy there. Surface seems to be running fairly well this year. I even managed to put a few ends on it myself last night because a few of the players had been saying it was running quite well. And I think that's what's caught a few of the players out in the first round. Just as your bowl comes to finish and the bias of the bowl starts to come off the draw, it just seems to pull up that touch. But if you perfect line, perfect weight, you'll go straight to the jack. It's an easy game. Stuart Anderson won the World Pairs back in January, playing with Darren Burnett. Exceptional lead player.
It's 3 inches short of jack.
And Andy Thompson, of course, one of the most familiar faces on the WBT circuit. Playing a timer here, looks in the area. Oh, great bowl, opens it up there. Andy won this tournament back in 2007. He's won the World Indoor Bowls Championships a couple of times, and interestingly enough, the last year he won it was 2012, and it was Stuart that followed up the following year. Stuart won it in 2013. And a great bowl here from Stuart. Good adjustment there on the length when the jack had been moved. And he got to try and find his weight now, having just played a certainly on target runner. Looks down a good track. All on his pace. Very close here. Yeah, good ball, Mr. Thompson.
Yes, second.
Well, you can see that's a great shot of the track that Stuart could find down there. Can he get a piece of the jack? Gets it perfectly into the ditch. It looks like 2 shots to Stuart there.
2 shots to Anderson.
Well, Stuart just showing that he isn't just the master of the draw shot, he has every shot in his armoury. Good singles player. Had a struggle to get here this morning, he was telling me earlier. There's quite a lot of snow around where he lives. He lives in Ayrshire. Stuart always tends to prefer a longer length jack. He tends to play with Taylor Ace bowls. He's part of the Taylor's camp. As is Andy Thompson. I believe Andy's opted to play with the Taylor International. A little bit more swing on it. Most players out there choosing to play with a bowl that's got a little bit more draw to finish, as that's what seems to be suiting the portable rink. Well, Andy, looks like this is going to just pull up short. Better line here from Andy Thompson. Just can he thread his way through the centre there? Looking good. Yeah, just made it. Marker for this morning, Mike Davies. Umpire is Dan McManus, and on the shot clock is Dan Blewett. Well, Stuart looks down a very good track here. Touch on the jack would take it to his own bowl. Well, Andy's just got a repeat delivery. Try and get another in the head. Ideally just touch his own bowl, just past the jack. It will take the trail shot away from Stuart. Well, doesn't need a lot of alteration to his last delivery. Just a nice reaching draw. Certainly watching it. Oh, it's in the area again here for Stuart. Oh, same gap. Chance for Andy here. Try and get another in. See the shot clock counting down in the background. Players have 30 seconds from the last bowl coming to rest to play their bowl. They have 5 timeouts they can take throughout the 2 sets of the game. They can take those whenever they want. And if it goes into a tie break, they get a further timeout. So that squares it all up now in this first set. The winner of this game plays the winner of the next game up this afternoon, starting at 1 o'clock. Which is between Alex Marshall MBE and Jamie Chesney. Then following that we have Paul Foster MBE versus Mark Dawes, and the final game today, Les Gillett versus Nick Brett. A feast of bowls for you today here on World Bowls Tour YouTube. And also we have coverage from the BBC Scotland. So stay with us in whichever media form you can best get this live bowls here at the Co-op Funeral Care Scottish International Open. Fairly loose start at this end from both players. Andy will just be wanting to alter his line with his. Looks better here. Of course, Andy's had to change bowls. He was top of the draw in his first round game, so he played with red bowls. He now goes to bottom of the draw in this tie, so changes to green bowls and wears a green shirt.
Last ball, 8 inches to the cap. Your ball is 6 inches short of jack on.
Again, change of hands for Andy. This forehand is playing very well, but it is quite a big swing off the ditch side here. Got a good result there, just stopped in his own bowl. Still room for Stewart. Reaching draw again for him. It's down a very good road. Watch this bowl now. As it finishes, it'll swoop back to centre. I think he was a bit disappointed he just nudged the jack out slightly. Instead of just tucking the jack away, Andy can still see the jack. Nice little timer down here. Try and sit Stewart's red ball out. Even if he sits it over once. Touch on the jack, there's various different options down here. It needs to be making it back to centre now. Played the right weight, Andy. Mike Davis just been asked to confirm which ball shot. One green, yeah. Andy's apologising there to Stewart. It was I think the technical term might be in off a chair leg. Stewart reaches his own bowl now. It'll pop Andy's out of the head, but he looks under the line. It's certainly a nip and tuck game, this first game on this morning. Andy Thompson's ranked 8 in this current season. He slipped out from number 5 last year, but he's been a firm player in the top 16 for many years. Captain of the England senior international squad, but also manager of the junior international team. And of course, Stewart, a firm member of the Scottish international team. And this looks like a very good reply.
Your ball is 20 inches short of jack on.
Well, very good track again from Andy here. This bowl will do all the work if it's a good length. Seems to be playing very well this year here. The players are playing towards the end where the wall is separating us from the ice rink, and sometimes when we've been here in the past, playing in this direction can be quite considerably slower to play with the coolness. So this year now it seems to be playing very well.
Stuart's last ball gap is 4.5 inches, and it's 8 inches short of jack out.
Well, a hard decision for Andy here. He can't really play the same bowl as his last, because now he could tip Stuart Anderson's bowl in. But he has nothing behind at the moment, so he's leaving Stuart a reaching bowl into the head. This looks like it's coming to a good home though. Yeah, spotted the danger. Stuart will still play it, because if he could just take the green bowl of Andy Thompson's away. A great shot there of the trophy that the players are playing for this week. Kindly sponsored by Co-op Funeral Care. Well, the right shot. He might get some fortune off the green bowl. Nope. Certainly will have made Andy think about the fact that I think Stuart Anderson's currently got 3 seconds in the head there. He was very close to flicking the green bowl out. Andy's trademark urging this bowl on. Yeah, I think it needed urging on, Andy. It might do second job. It's actually probably finished in a very good place there. Certainly tightens the line up for Stuart, and Andy has got best back as well. Always interesting, the players playing the game of seeing what the next person's going to play and what they can cover. It's forced Stuart to play it down the other hand, but that shot is so hard to play on the portable rink. Well, it's not been a high scoring first set. Andy Thompson's 4 has been all from one shot. And Stuart counted his 2 on the second end.
Javelin, 26 meters speed, 26 speed.
Well, again, Andy looks down a very good track with his opening bowl here. Just needs to hurry a little bit. Perfect line. Great shot there of the arena here at the Dewars in Perth. Takes from Sunday to Friday of a week to put all this together. First time I've experienced the full set up of the event. And I normally just stroll in on the last day to start commentary. But it's been very interesting seeing how much hard work goes in to actually put this staging and the rink together.
Andy's last ball is 14 inches.
Well, still plenty of room here for Stewart. He's holding shot. This just needs to finish. Just hung out. Sometimes the players are finding that. Well, again, Andy Thompson down a good track here. Good pace as well. Well, it does just give Stuart Anderson a shelf. He reaches Andy's bolt or gets a touch on the jack. Certainly looking for it, but I think he's well under the line with this one. Well, I think Mike Davis is just having a look to see if yeah, it's still just one green. Andy will choose a forehand now and try and play to the Stuart Anderson bowl that's just behind the jack. That's where the danger is for him, and also if he could turn the bowl once, it probably brings his front two bowls into play. He looks down a very good track here. Well, he's turned one of his own bowls in, that will be two. There's all the percentages down that hand for the statesman of bowls, Andy Thompson MBE. His MBE for services to bowls. Stewart again just looking for that catch of the wing bowl of Andy Thompson's. He looks down a very good track here. He's urging it in though, so that makes me think that he's a bowl high. Yeah, two to Andy Thompson. Well, as I mentioned earlier, Andy Thompson actually lost to Stuart Anderson here in the quarterfinals last year in 2 straight sets. Andy's certainly in the driving seat of this first set here. Very, very close game though. There's been some good bowls from both players. You tend to find that after the early stages for, in particular, the top 16. They're at their most vulnerable in the first round when they haven't had time on the carpet. But as we get further into events, class certainly shows in these top players. Great opening ball here from Andy Thompson. Certainly found his line of length today. I think he's looking a lot more comfortable out there than he did in his first round game at the weekend. Great line from Stewart there, just overplayed it. 3 ends left to go here, and Andy Thompson's 4 shots ahead. Looks close again here. This is certainly classic Andy Thompson.
The gap is half an inch and it's 5 inches short of that.
Stuart will know that they often say end 7 is a crucial end, but he'll know that this is a crucial end. He really needs to Get a count in here. Behind 3 ends to play. Andy Thompson, 2 balls each sent, is holding 2. You won't want to make the target any bigger for Stuart because Stuart's got the back bowl. He'd be quite happy to settle for these 2, but he still knows that Stuart has got 2 deliveries, so things could change. Urging this up. Oh no, this might be a good bad bowl. It's finished not too bad. It's created a little bit more of a target for Stuart here. Something reaching into this. He has got the back bowl. Yep, reaching into it, looks on target. Anything onto his own bowl? Well, now Stuart's looking at it as well. Even the angles on the screen here look like if Stuart got anything on his front bowl, he was going to get a piece of Andy Thompson's bowl. He's been very, very unfortunate there. Really on target. Andy will want to try and get another one in here, but preferably behind the head. His ideal would be to drift back to Stuart Anderson's bowl behind the head. Yeah, running for cover as we normally say. Anything back there is very good. Yeah. Doesn't want to make the target any bigger. It's a small enough target as it is. Stuart going back to the draw to just try and cut the count down here. It's on a good track. Very, very close to getting shot here, Stuart. What a great bowl. Crucial time, huge bowl there from Stuart Anderson.
Score 36 after 7 innings.
We're into end 8. Andy Thompson's got a 3-shot lead with 2 ends to play, but that was a cracking bowl from Stuart Anderson. Looking firmly under the cosh from Andy Thompson, managed to come up with a purling last bowl. Good open here as well. Well, again, Andy Thompson on a good track. It just might not be making the trip. Exciting game here at the Dewars. Hope you're all enjoying this game on Wednesday morning, and thank you so much for joining us here on the World Bowls Tour YouTube. Especially if you're out there stuck in the snow somewhere. Rich,
Stop clock, please.
as I mentioned earlier, Stuart Anderson was on his way in. Shot clock disturbance there, a little bit of a disturbance from something in the background. Marker Mike Davis, stop the clock. They stop the clock if there's a disturbance and it isn't the player's fault. And he's on a good track again here. Just underplayed it again, I think.
2 red.
Again, very good track from Stuart here. If this gets through, the pitch is a drag. Well, the pitch is all different.
3 red. The 4 inches, the gap.
Just asking details of where the shot ball actually lays in relation to the jack. He'll be looking to reach the side bowl here of Anderson's. Just sit off it. Something in the area. Doesn't want to drop a 3 at this stage. Been in control of this first set. Looks down a very good line here. Now, what's your fortune like this morning, Mr. Thompson? Yeah, it's certainly taken 1 shot away. Right, Davis will just confirm.
1 red.
Yeah, just the 1, so he's managed to cut that down. And the 3 it was. Cracking game of bowls here, folks, for your first game up today. Don't forget, we're with you all day here on World Bowls Tour YouTube. Looks close here from Stewart. Finishes back to the green bowl. Great effort again. Certainly both of these players are playing top class bowls at the moment. Sure, Andy can prove too much on this. If he gets to his own ball and sits off it, he might get shot. He'll still be happy that he's only the 1 down at the moment. Even a little touch on the jack might bring the jack to himself. Looks to have underplayed it here.
One shot, Stuart Anderson.
Very exciting innings last over this first set of 9 ends.
Set score 4-6 after 8 ends.
Don't forget, as I mentioned earlier, Andy Thompson out a bit of revenge here. He went out of this tournament last year to Stuart Anderson in the quarter-finals in straight sets. They've only ever played each other twice, and it's 1-1 at the
Jack
moment.
Lynn, 29.5 metres red, 29.5 red.
Again, Stuart Anderson opting to go back to the full-length jack. It doesn't look a bad opener here from Stuart. Andy Thompson's favoured this backhand draw towards the ice rink end. He's certainly been playing it well. Look of concentration there for Mr. Thompson. Doesn't look bad, all on pace.
Two feet short of jack high. You're past just under a foot.
The Silver Fox there, looking on as his opponent plays his second bowl at this last end. Again, another good bowl coming up from Stuart. It might just give
2 red.
Andy a catch here. Yep, Andy, I think to just put 2
Sorry.
feet on his last bowl.
Stuart's last
Shot.
bowl. It's 2
Side
inches
green
past
bowl.
jack high.
Slight adjustment, Mr. Thompson. Needs to run. I think he's just underplayed it again. It might
2
not
red.
even have made second there yet. Mike Davies just confirming it's still 2 red. Great track again from Stuart Anderson here. Looking all the way, just hanging off again. Several of the players have said this. Sometimes you feel like you put it down on the perfect track, perfect weight, and it just hangs off. You can tell that by the look on Stuart's face.
Two red.
They're mystified. Now Andy. 2 shots against. You're 2 shots ahead playing this last end.
Timeout call. Andy has 4 timeouts remaining.
I really do feel all he needs to do is just adjust his line. I don't know whether he's perhaps even looking at trying to just reach into this. I know certainly some players look to take the shot away from their opponent, which would be to try and get into Stuart Anderson's bowls. There is still the draw on there. A bowl into the head would give Stuart Anderson all sorts of problems with his last bowl. Looking in the area here, Mr. Thompson, looking very close to the perfect bowl. Well played, Andy.
1 green.
Well, 1 green. Stuart's got all sorts of possibilities here because he's got the back bowls in. Thing is, if he drives through at this with a lot of weight, he could leave Andy lots of room.
Timeout called. Stuart has 4 timeouts
shot,
remaining.
as Andy Thompson's still got a bowl left. All sorts of possibilities for Stuart here. Just needs to reach. Even if he reaches the green bowl, the last green bowl, gets a little touch on the jack. Chances. Well, again, looks down a tighter line. He's certainly looking for the jack here. Now, is it going to just hang off? No, it's coming back. Certainly been one of the best sets of bowls we've had all round here so far this week at the Co-op Funeral Care Scottish International Open. 1 bowl to come in this opening set between number
Timeout
8
called.
in the world, Andy Thompson,
Andy has 3 timeouts remaining.
and number 9 in the world, Stuart Anderson. Repeat of last delivery, Andy. Few little disturbances out in the crowd. Andy's just got to stay focused, concentrate on this bowl. Played it with a little bit more aggression. Needs to get at least one of the Stuart Anderson shots away. Yep, great result there from Andy Thompson. Perfectly played bowl. Thanks so
1
much
shot
for
in the
your
first set to
company
Andy
this morning.
Thompson.
Please stay with us and join the BBC commentary with Paul Mitchell.
Jack length 26 metres green, 26 green.
Well, it was a terrific first set between Stuart Anderson and Andy Thompson. Stuart was lying to at least tie. Brave last ball from Andy Thompson to clinch the set. He was a steadier player.
One red.
Stuart Anderson picking up just 3 ends of that opening set. He doesn't like that delivery. But some great balls between both players to change heads. Beautifully done from Andy Thompson. It's a great draw. Off the forehand, trying to come round. He's given that a real chance. Nick it and ring it out. Good stuff from Stuart Anderson. Mike Davis, the marker.
Slightly favour red.
Slightly favours the red ball, which is the front ball. Just a little draw, touch on his own. Just pulling up just a little bit early. Good line for what he wanted. Turned his own over, he would have laid the shot. Trying to add another.
I think so. Yes.
Shot to
One
Stuart
shot,
Anderson,
Stuart
just the one. Neither player making a difference with the last ball on that occasion. So Stuart Anderson, semi-finalist in the Scottish International Open last year, wins the opening end.
Jack Lynn, 29.5 metres red, 29.5 red.
Finding a rhythm with his opening ball now,
It's
Stuart
2.5
Anderson.
inches short of Jack High.
That's unusual for Andy Thompson to drop two so short. Getting the little bit of extra weight he needed. Stuart want to be right in here with this one.
Free red.
Yeah, takes the little borrow and comes in. That's the shot.
One green.
Stuart will be disappointed, didn't just apply enough pressure with the third ball. Well, way over the weight that time. Could have just played to turn his own red balls over, but well wide. Oh, this is coming down beautifully. Oh, secures the double.
Two shots, Andy Thompson.
After two poor opening
Set
balls.
score 1-2 after 2 ends.
Andy Thompson, balls 3 and 4, beautifully done.
Jack length 26.5 metres green, 26.5 green.
Little shake of the head from Andy Thompson. That's his jack length, and again he's short with ball number 1. Stuart is further through than Andy is short. Little scratch of the head. He's done exactly what he did in the last end, dropped his first two short.
Just over 2.5 feet.
I think Stuart is equally as puzzled. Drove up this morning from Lanarkshire through the snow that's affecting that part of Scotland. This looks better. Yeah, it is better. Again, the shake of the head as if
Good green
Satan should have
in
done that with the first and second ones, but he is in there. Mike Davis is coming around to have a look. Doesn't give an indication, certainly. Looks like just one green from here. Wants to come round, that's a good ball. It's a very good place, just nudge the
green
red
for
away.
measure.
It's counting and also provides a little measure of protection at the back, although it's hard to see how Stewart would come into it and move it to the red balls. This should just be a draw to cut down. Try and draw the shots. Well, the weight was better, just a tad over the line. Won't come back, but it will be second shot.
One shot, Andy Thompson.
Set
Well,
score
sometimes when you have a bad end like that,
after
Stuart
3
Anderson will count that as a bad end, and you've only dropped a single. You count your blessings and move on.
Jack Lem, 27 metres green, 27 green.
Well, he just nudged through it, but he won't be too unhappy. Andy Thompson, such a consistent player, not outside the top 10 since 2003. Just coming inside the line and not pushing it enough there. So a similar ball from Stewart could get the trail. It's exactly what he wanted. It's exactly what he played for.
2 red. The shot bowl is 4 inches short of Jack High and is an inch gap.
I'll play this on the backhand, either to rest on the ball to the right hand side there, or to turn his own over. Little nudge on that, should fall over. Just a little over the weight. Stewart may play a similar shot, just slightly wider, doesn't want to promote the green ball. Could make life really tough for Andy Thompson if he takes this through again. Yeah, he played that a little bit thin as well. So again, to come to the ball, hopefully come inside and draw the shot, or a turn on his own, which may be enough for a second shot. that every chance, wants to fall. It's enough for second shot.
1 red. One shot, Stuart Anderson.
Decent effort. They'll take the single shots.
Set score 2-3 after 4 ends.
So Stuart Anderson won 2 of the opening 4 ends in this second set. He won just 3 ends in the first set. Steadier play in a set he needs to win. Andy Thompson having taken the opening set by 7 shots to 4.
Jack length 29.5 meters red, 29.5 red.
Jack High just turning away from the commentary box. Still looks like red is lying.
One red.
Perfect. Well, the ring's in there. You see that it's definitely red.
It's an inch past.
Beautifully framed.
Still 1 red.
Weight was all right for what he wanted, which is just to come inside and trail the jack across. Needed to be inside the green ball. Andy Thompson's jack, so to speak, will be the back red ball.
One red.
So one thing he didn't really want to do, wanted that behind just to mix into those 2 red balls. So Stuart changes back to the backhand, which he's been playing better. Let's try for the dead draw here.
Two red.
Well played. So makes that hand unavailable on the back position. It's with Stuart Anderson. Sure, if Andy sees a potential plant, he could play onto the front red ball, which would hit and scatter the 2 balls to the side.
Timeout called.
So he'll take a timeout.
Andy has 2 timeouts remaining.
So you see the front red ball, if he hits that square, it will come back onto the red ball, which would then send the other one out. And depending on what happens to the ball, if he played it, it'd be a 3 certainly, possibly a 4. It's a risky shot. But if he feels that he can't draw it, it's one he's capable of playing. Yeah, he's going for it. Ball to plant onto ball. Oh, take the jack clean. That was plan B. And plan B is enough to get a single
Point
shot.
Andy Thompson.
Set score 2-4 after 5 ends.
Well, there's the difference between being behind by 4-3 and being ahead 4-2. The ball was what he wanted, the potential count was 3. The consolation prize wasn't bad either.
Jack Glenn, 26.5 metres green, 26.5 green.
So slightly offline now, the jack. Stuart Anderson just taking it out a fraction more. It will come back from there. Needed the pace on the ball.
1 green. It's 2 feet short of Jack High.
Slap of the leg. It's not counting and not particularly helping. Going for the little runner, just trying to come through his own 2 to take the jack. It's pretty close. And that's a good ball. It'll go on the respot. Player, both have a ball to play. Andy Thompson lies, but that's incidental. Very delicate shot to get the ball clean. Would have been better because he would have stayed in its place. That's second prize. Now, without question, he'll draw the shot. Question is, how close does he put it? It's not an easy one to beat. Three ends to play after this. Stuart Anderson potentially will be 3 shots down unless he can draw with his final ball. Nudges it, but I don't think he's stayed with it.
One shot, Andy Thompson.
Needed just to stay with it that time. It's a good effort after the weighted
Set
shot.
score 2-5 after 6 ends. Jack length 26 metres green, 26 green.
Third meeting these two fine players in the Scottish International Open in 3 years. Andy Thompson just coming through. Andy Thompson winning in 2014 on a tie break. This is a repeat of last season's quarter-final. Stuart Anderson took the first set 9-4 and then saw the match out quite comfortably in the second 13-3.
It's 2 inches short, Jack high.
It's an important end here for Stuart Anderson to score. You don't want to be 4 down with 2 to play. It's a miss from Andy Thompson. That's the boss. Number 1 shot, excellent ball.
2 red.
Toucher as well. If the 2 green balls that are short from Andy Thompson had been through the head, he might have had more choice in the shot he's going to play. There's no choice but to keep drawing weight and try and cut down. Oh, he's given that every chance. Oh, how about that for a ball?
On green.
Well, it may have been his only shot to play, but he executed it perfectly. And not only does he lie the shot, but that can really sting your opponent. Well, he's not hanging about, he's going to try and lift it out. Oh, and he has. Slightly unconventionally.
1 shot, Stuart Anderson.
Two great last balls in terms of excitement in the match.
Set score 3-5.
A little bit
after
narrow where
7
he wanted
ends.
to be, but he cleaned it out. That's an important shot for Stuart Anderson. Good second set, following up a very tight and very enjoyable first set.
Jack length 29.5 metres red, 29.5 red.
These next two ends could be something very special indeed. Two players finding form well. Seven ends played in the second set, just 8 shots shared.
One red. Yes.
Andy Thompson just wants to make sure that if he does lose a shot at this end, it's just a single. It'll force Stuart Anderson to get a 2 in the final end. A tie is no use to him, having dropped the first set.
Two red.
Really well played, drawn in beautifully.
How many time is?
Andy Thompson just inquiring his timeouts that he's got left. He will use one here. Andy Thompson, international player since 1979, will know better than anyone here.
Timeout call. Andy has one
Short
timeout
balls are no use to you. If he's going to hit it and try and split it, he has to do it with this one. Yeah, he's going to open this up. Big ball in the game. Well, it's not the result he was looking for. It's definitely one. In many ways, it doesn't really matter
Yes.
whether Andy Thompson
Three
loses more than a one.
Timeout called.
If you're going to lose 2, you can lose 3. It doesn't matter. You've got to win
Three
the
timeouts
last
remaining.
end. It's only if he loses 1 he could then afford to lose a single. Oh, he's missed it. He has missed it. Yeah, shake of the head time. Needed to draw another one in. That's a big chance And nobody knows that better than Stuart Anderson. Well, he's going to go again, see if he can pick this off. He has done, it's out to the respot. I'm guessing that Andy Thompson has done the investigation from here and thinks it would be a single shot. It's a good hit from Andy Thompson.
It's close. I think it might be red, but it's close. You have a measure? Measure.
It's close to a measure. Yeah, I think the main point from Andy Thompson, he knew there that if he was going to hit and it was going out to the respot,
Not that one.
if he could take at least one of the red balls away, there was only going to be a single shot in it, and he may, depending on how things felt, he may have thought he had the respot.
Go with the red one. You're going to go with the red one first.
Such an important measure.
Okay, touch it.
Difference between 5-4 and 6-3 at this stage, huge.
Yeah. Okay.
Having to fight for a 4 in the final end would not be pretty. They will
Let
get
them
this
on.
exact to give the ball the chance. It is red, I suspect. Can't quite see the hand there of Dan McManus.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, it's red. So it's game on for the
One
final
shot,
end.
Stuart Anderson.
Stuart Anderson needs a
Set
2 to take it to a
score
tiebreak.
4-5 after 8 ends.
Again, another fascinating end of balls between these two
Jack Lynn,
players.
29 metres red, 29 red.
Good opening ball, close and behind. Andy Thompson has been in the quarter-finals or better in 7 of the 13 appearances at the Scottish International Open. Oh, that's a really good opener. Stuart Anderson, 3 times a semi-finalist in this competition, runner-up in 2010.
One green.
Not a million miles away from there, but he'll know he still has the opportunity.
Yep. It's 10 inches past Jack High.
Stay on the backhand. Ideally just left to come in behind the jack to block off a potential trail onto the 2 red balls. Just over the weight.
One. Yes, one time out.
Andy Thompson just checking how many timeouts he has left. It's just 1. It may well be required. Inside the line. But he knows he still has a chance. Andy Thompson, of course, has the advantage of the final ball.
Just getting caught, needed to come inside there. Doesn't actually make any great difference. Stuart Anderson has 1 ball to stay in the Scottish International Open.
Timeout called.
Yeah, take the time out, he had to.
Stuart has 2 timeouts remaining.
Well, he's faced this situation several times in his career and come through it. He knows he has the ability. That's not in question. Anything less than perfection will not be good enough. He's watching it. Starting to bend in now. Brilliant. Well, he's done his job. He came in, needed this perfectly, and back it came.
It's close, but I think it's...
Terrific play from Stuart Anderson. And Andy Thompson now has a ball to win the match.
Timeout called. And he has no timeouts remaining.
Now he doesn't have the respot, the nearest one is red. He could try and play through the 2 green balls and lift out the red. It's the weighted shot from Andy Thompson. The jack as well would be of interest, but he can't get there.
4 shots and second set to Stuart Anderson. That's tiebreak.
And it's the tie break.
It's a tell.
Not a million miles away from getting what he wanted. The tie break between Stuart Anderson and Andy Thompson. What a second set it was. It was so tight, and the 4 at the end puts gloss on it. But Stuart Anderson worked hard for what he needed.
Jack length 29.5 metres red, 29.5 red.
So Stuart Anderson won the last 3 ends of the second set. Tie
Gap
break
is 2
up to
inches
3 ends.
and it's 4 inches
Players
past
have
Jack
to win
High.
2 of them.
2 inches.
Single shot up for grabs each end. Cumulative shots doesn't matter. Tell you, that feels pretty sweet when your opponent a tie-break has put one so close you come in
Gap is 2 inches.
and lay one there. Well, he's not hanging around, he's going to play the weight. Jack would be preferred. Well offline. And I say well offline by Stuart standards. Andy Thompson can try and draw and tuck it round, or he can play defensively and come round the back and have a good back ball. Gives them another one there in case it's the balls that are lifted away. Having gone once, will he go again? Wait with the third. That was slightly inside the line from last time. Again, Andy Thompson, couple of options. He can come deep to the ditch and cover there. He's got the respot covered. He could drop one short and try and muddy the waters. Suspect he'll be going deep. I think that's a little on the light side. Oh, he's had 2 goes. Don't see him changing the shot now. Cleanly away. It's about the line. He looks under again.
First end, Andy Thompson.
Well, it's very unlike Stuart Anderson. It's not like him to miss a target 3 times. That will certainly annoy him. So it was the second ball of Andy Thompson that provided the cover after the first one drew the shot. Stuart Anderson went 3 times and didn't make a difference. Shorter jack length.
Jack length, 26 metres green. 26 green.
Only won this tournament back in 2007. World champion of 2012. Up against the world indoor champion of 2013. Stuart off the forehand.
12 inches short of Jack High. Of Jack High, yes.
The question is, it's always that age-old question: do you play the hand upon which your ball may be in your draw, or do you go open hand? I think the hand would look unappealing to Stuart Anderson, so I think you're as well playing the open hand. Needs to run out. It has done so. He likes this. Oh, just too heavy on the touch.
One red.
So always the danger if you don't stay with it. The jack just moves across the carpet. Just wanted to halt. Almost just gave it that bump. Well, he's going for the driving shot. Try and pick out the red ball. That stayed in the ring. It's Stuart Anderson, you suspect, will draw onto it. Not the result Andy Thompson was looking for. Tried to nick the ball out. Even they wanted the green one to be pushed on.
Stop the clock, please.
Yeah, for the lip readers amongst us, we apologise. And for the bowlers amongst us, we've all been there. You would put your mortgage on Stuart Anderson drawing it here. Well, it's probably
Second
quite
end,
fitting
Stuart
the way this
Anderson.
match has gone that we go to the final end of the tie-break. Good chat between the players. So it all comes down to a final end of the tie-break. Stuart Anderson and Andy Thompson at 1 apiece.
Jack length 29.5 metres red, 29.5 red.
He's trying to urge that one up. It does come through. I was concerned for a second.
It's 4 inches short, the gap is 3 inches. Shot clock's going off.
That was the shot clock in the background. That's a great ball. Really terrific shot. There's a problem with the shot clock at the moment. It's down at 0. That really matters with these two players. They're quick off the mat. It's a good place. Potential receiver.
1 inch.
Coming out to cover the respot. You just see him going past there. If Stuart Anderson decides to try and hit it and it goes off the rink, then it's well covered by Andy Thompson. It's a hard shot to draw, and if he's going to go with weight, we'll have to go with this ball. He'll have to
Timeout
call a
call.
timeout as well.
Stuart has 2 timeouts, be ready.
Well, it basically comes down to whether he wants to try and hit it, bearing in mind he missed 3 times coming this way
1 out.
on the
Stuart is
opening
nominated
end
to kill the end.
of the tiebreak. Now, what he is allowed to do on the final end of the tiebreak is he's nominated to kill the end, which means if it does go out, it will not be respotted. The end would be replayed. So he's trying to get this off the rink. Oh, takes his own out. Oh, now he's on a bundle of trouble. Well, 2 red balls are off the rink. That's the only red ball he has. Andy Thompson now trying to think tactically. He's got the respot covered. Should it come off one side, he's got the advantage of last ball. Does he try and drop one short? And I mean way short to catch Stuart Anderson's eye. The various permutations will be going through the head of Andy Thompson. What he will know so well is you don't want to play a wishy-washy ball. Make your decision and go for it. It looks like he's going to come round and cover the other respot, which he's just approaching now. So he's got the respots covered. And Stuart Anderson, who's played a couple of superb balls to stay in this game. If his was the last ball, it would be different. He knows that Andy Thompson
Stuart has 1 timeout remaining.
has got the last ball as well. It's been a fascinating battle. Is there another twist? Has to go for the draw. Well, I needed perfection once before and got it. Looks like that's going to drift through. And Andy Thompson takes the match. A measure of revenge for last season's quarter-final defeat at the hands of Stuart Anderson. Cracking match. 7-4 to Andy Thompson, 8-5 to Stuart Anderson, but in the tie-break, Andy Thompson takes it 2-1 and takes his place in the Scottish International Open 2016 quarter-final.